What's going on, everyone? I hope you're well. Today I'm going to speak to you about UK dropshipping. Is it worth it? Should you do it? So let's get straight into it. So there's three main problems with dropshipping in the UK. The first one is shipping times, as you may have seen. Shipping times from China to the USA are normally 12 to 20 days, which isn't that bad. Whereas shipping times from China to the UK are normally 20 to 40 days, and even in some cases 30 to 50 days. That's a whole 5 weeks extra waiting time for your customer from the UK. Now, that is a long time, especially if you're selling products that can be easily purchased on Amazon or eBay with a 3 to 4 day waiting time. There's not a great deal you can do about it, it's just the way it is. What should you do? There's no way around this, but the best thing to do is make sure your customer is aware of the shipping times. Then that way you're not getting an email from the customer saying, "Oh, I didn't realise about the shipping times, I want a refund." Make sure they know about it. So for example, on my homepage, as soon as you're on the homepage, shipping times can take up to 20 to 40 days. Please allow time for your new favourite item to arrive. Something like that to make them feel welcome and want to buy the item from you and aware of the shipping times. Okay, so next up we have UK custom charges. If you buy goods online from outside the EU for delivery to the UK, you'll have to pay custom duty if over £120 in value and import VAT if over £18 on top of the purchase price. So basically what that's saying is if your item is over £120 in value, which is unlikely really for a dropshipping item, the customer will have to pay customs duty. But also import VAT if over £18, which is likely that your dropshipping item is going to be over £18. So basically what that's saying is the customer will have to pay the import VAT if the item is over £18. Now, that's not a great experience for the customer, especially if they've just waited, say, 50 days for an item to arrive, and when it has arrived, they have to pay import VAT just to get it from the postman. It's not a great experience, but there's not much we can actually do about it. It's just another problem with dropshipping in the UK, I'm afraid. So the next one is your audience. So on this tiny little island called the UK, we have 65.64 million people. Now that's a lot of people, but compared to the USA, for example, they have 325.7 million. Now that's a massive, massive amount compared to the UK. So as you can see from that, how much easier it is targeting people in the USA than it is in the UK. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a great deal of buyers from the UK, but just from that, it shows how easy it is selling in the USA than it is to the UK. Now, there is a solution to all these problems. It's not the end of the world. Set your store to US dollars and target the US instead of the UK. You don't need to target the UK. You can target any country you want. US is probably the best one. And if you didn't know how to set your store to US dollars, I'll leave a link in the description to the video on how you can do that without actually setting up a US bank account or any of that rubbish. You literally just change your country, change it to US dollars, and then change it back to UK, and it changes it to dollars. It's so simple, so easy, and you can just work from the US earning money in dollars. So that's it. So I just want to say thank you for watching and happy dropshipping.